everyone, this is your man HM. Welcome back to my channel. This time we're going to do a review on another Masters of the Universe Chronic figure. And this one we're going to do is on Trapjaw. Had this figure ever since last week and I finally get around to it. I know you probably seen a lot of reviews on these figures, but that's cool, but you didn't watch mine. So I'm going to try to do my best to tell you how this figure is and how much I really wanted to get it. But the weird thing about this, and I went to the big Walmart, that's where I got it from. At first you couldn't see it. Yes, they had the Skeletor figure, and you probably say, HM, why you didn't buy it? And I didn't buy it because of that reason. I just wanted this one, and I have a funny feeling that I still will find one. Plus, I need to get the He-Man. I couldn't find the He-Man yet, and I think the movie supposed to come out. Is it the 5th of this month? And that's on a Friday. I don't remember. I'll figure it out after I get uploading this video. So, without further ado, this is what the front of the box is. Bottom of the box, there's the numbers. I know you can find it, but I've been doing it for so long, I got used to it. Back of the box, side of the box, and the other side of the box, and that's the figure I need to get. And please, anybody who's seen the movie before I did, don't tell me nothing about the movie, because I didn't see it yet, and I'm trying to still be on the expensive on the side of not knowing. That's why I've been staying away from YouTube as much as possible, even especially when I hear somebody talk about the movie, and I know some people just can't wait to open up their mouth and tell you about the movie, and that irritates me. But it's like the hardest thing to do is like trying to put a needle to a haystack, or find a needle in a haystack. I never messed up that whole saying right there. So that's what I've been trying to do. So I'm going to pause, come back, open up this figure, and show you how cool Trapjaw is out of the packaging. Be right back right after this. Alright guys, we got everything out of the packaging. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the accessories. So one of the accessories I'm going to show you is somewhat a knife and stuff. If you know anything about Trapjaw, you know how he can do interchangeable things. So you do get that. I think it's a good decent piece of plastic. Got the rigid side on here. It's not going to hurt you, and you just plug it into right there. So you do have that. You get the interchangeable hand. Got a nice little wrapping on there, as you can see that. At least they put a little bit of wash on there, so you do have that. And you do have the hook and everything, and you have that. And it got like some tape or some what type of webbing on there. No, I apologize, it's not tape, but it looks like it's been bolted together or riveted together. It does look like that, and you got the hook at the end. Now, the only thing I wish they probably did different. Now I want to say I wish it just gave me this piece right here, and just took it where you can just connect it, like the sword at the bottom of this hook right there, like that. That thing would have been better, and then gave it an unchangeable hand, and then we probably would have been. That's just my opinion. There's only one person, and then somebody else might come up with something else different. So without further ado, and here's the main start out of the packaging, Trapjaw. So I'm gonna give you a closer look right there of his head sculpt. I really do like it. Let it focus a little bit. I like it a lot. I like all these parts right here. They're not sharp, but it does make him look like he's been through some battles. Got a nice little wash on the side. I like how his blue is. Looks very kind of how he looked in the early cartoon. You got the nice little details right here, as you can see. Got a nice little webbing also on the sides where the shin guards and stuff would be at. Got that little type of somewhat of a military type of look. Do mind a little bit of the jewels on this part right here. This one I'm talking about, where it would be nice. This piece right here is how everything will connect. It does right here to me personally. It looked like more like a pipe to me, like those old type of iron cannons a little bit, as you could probably say. There at the back of it. You probably can take this piece off, Will I gonna take it off? No, because I'm gonna leave it on there. Just pretty much how I wanted them. You do have a nice little bit of texture and detail also right there. So without further ado, let's go to articulation right there. So the head does go left and right. You do have an articulated jaw. You can close it. It's on a hinge on both sides, but if you go too far, you really get it. You really go like that. So it's not really an articulated jaw, but it's just a way how Mattel got around it, so give you that articulated look. So, but if you take your time and close it, it can close and make it look he is moving, but the jaw should not go that far up. You can get the head to go that far forward and back, and once again side to side. You can get this hand to go up a little further than that one, but this shoulder pad is going to repeat a little bit. Now this one right here, where you change all the stuff, it's not going to go. Oh, did I pop that? Let me pause, guys. I'll be right back. I think I got to pop that back in there. I hope that's all I got to do. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I got that little problem fixed. That you're going to have to be careful. Well, I'm going to be careful. I got to be careful with that arm because it's still not going to be able to go all the way up. That's about far as I can get it right there. If I pull it any further, it's just going to pop out of that ball joint. So if you get this trap jaw, that's one thing you want to make sure you check out first before when you pull it, is to make sure that you don't overextend the arm. That's about far as you're going to get out on the side. This one goes up a little further on the right hand side, much further. I like better, but I did get to pop back in there. It's a small cap. You can't really see it, but you gotta make sure that cap is in right. So when you pop it in, you gotta make sure that cap is going flush, and then it pops right back in. You gotta give it a little bit of force, but it will pop back in. So I just want to make sure you do notice that. So where were we? We was going to go through the air crunch. You got it's on a ball joint, and it can move in the lower part and top part. You can get the side by side. You can get the legs to go out a little bit on the side, but the this piece right here, the long cloth, whatever you want to call it, it's going to stop it. And if you look real hard, you know, if you're a G.I. Joe collector like I am, you know this diaper piece always soft, but this one right here is a much harder piece, so you can't really get it to go out. It's going to kick out on the side, and you go forward and back. You do have the drop down hips. Some people like it, some people don't. It depends on the figure, but to me personally, it just comes down to the articulation. So that's another thing that you have to worry about. You do have a double knee where it can bend like that. No thigh swivel, but they could have been a thigh swivel, but it's moving on that top of ball joint on the hip, so that's where the moving comes from. It's not a cutting that you see like a Marvel Legend, but you do have a calf swivel right there, and you do have an ankle movement where you can get it go that far back and forward, and also side to side. You do have peg holes on the bottom, but they're not deep as you think they are, and they're kind of hard to find if you need a stand. But I'm going to pause, come back. We're going to show how some of the other stuff is, and I'll be right back right after this. Alright guys, now when you take this piece off, you see it's going to come off more at the elbow, and the reason why you want to swap that arm out, that's where it's going to come from. I don't know why did they give us that, so let the hand go on to there. Let me see, I didn't try that. Let me see. No, the hand won't go on there either. So this is where you're going to swap it out at, right here at the elbow. You see this had the articulation right there, and then just swap this any piece that you want to put in there. Maybe we're going to put the hook. There you go, right there. That fits like that. You can just swap it out like there, or you want to put the knife, you can go like that. Now the knife, to me personally, is a little bit more tighter than the hook. You can see it. It doesn't go all the way in, but you can get that. The only thing, the downside I had to say about this figure I don't like is you don't have no storage. I wish you had a storage. Maybe you probably could put, you could finagle it if you want to. You probably can put the knife in the back of like that. Maybe put the hook on something like that, and just pop that piece on right there. So all around, it is a cool figure. If it's worth your 20s, well, it was 25 plus taxes, came to like 27, 20. No, I think it was like 28 and change. If this worth your money, I think so. Only downfall that I have, now this might change a little bit for you, is the shoulder right here. Be careful with that. Um, doesn't have anywhere to maybe put the accessories on him, so you can probably do it like that. Now, this is what I would think. What I would do about those accessory pieces. Had a peg joint maybe like here and a hole right here, and then you probably could peg it on the side like that, and then probably peg this one on the side. Now I will keep the knife, the sword like that. That's kind of cool. Just may go like that with it, and maybe just take the hook and just probably finagle it like that. And I wish the only thing you can do is pretty much to swap this hand out like that. It's pretty much not big of a difference in hand wise, and that's about it. It's a cool figure. I like it. Do you need it? Yeah. Does it have some flaws? Yes. What figure doesn't have any flaws? It's gonna have its flaws, but I think it's a cool figure. I like the wash. I love the detail. It does have that look I'm looking for. And if you want to put the accessories, that's how you pretty much how I would do them. And the only thing he can't like not hold, and I don't think you want him to hold anyway, would be his extra hand. Should have been one more extra hand, maybe like a fist hand, or what would be nice to me, what really got would be like a grappling hook. How did that sound? A grappling hook. So, without further ado, thank you for watching. Everybody have a good day, good night. And I'll see you on the next one. And thank you for coming on and checking out my review on my trap jaw figure from He-Man. And can't wait to see the movie. If I'm lucky, I get to see it this Friday. So everybody have a good day, good night. Enjoy your collection. HM is out.